Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I hope that you guys are having a great one out there, a wonderful one. Hope the weather's treating you well. Hope your day is moving along nicely at this particular point. Thank you as always for stopping on by. As today we listen to George Harrison. It's been a little bit since we've listened to George Harrison, and now it's time to return. Ever since we had covered All Things Must Pass, that must be my longest video ever that I had done. For that one, that was like my not going away video, obviously, but that was like my last hurrah, kind of before Liam got here. You know, that was like the last push. Anyways, we are going to be listening to this track, Give Me Love, and in the parenthetical, Give Me Peace on Earth. This is coming off of the album Living in the Material World, his fourth studio album, which was released in 1973. Speaking of Liam back there, you can hear him. He's eating a peach right now. We're listening to this because it was so suggested and sponsored by Gary. So Gary, thank you so much for the request. I truly appreciate that. And thank you for the support as well. Yeah, like I said, it's been a little bit since we've listened to Mr. Harrison. And you know, actually, this is a good point to say one thing really quick before we move forward with the track. In the most genuine way possible, I want to thank all of you. If you're watching this video, I thank you guys every time a request comes in. But I really want to thank you guys so much for the Buy Me a Coffee support, especially recently. It's really been amazing and over the top, and I truly appreciate that. It allows me a lot of free time, you know, to focus here on the channel and not as much on, you know, work. But I just genuinely appreciate all the support that you guys have shown me here. It's genuinely been incredible, really. So thank you. And I never take that for granted, basically. So really thank you. And it gives me a great opportunity to explore, you know, bands and artists that weren't necessarily in my purview, I guess you could say as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive on into the track. We will, of course, discuss it a little bit here after. It's the first track on the album. Here we go. drumming is really nice.
Give me life, give me life, keep me free, but now give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch me with heart, soul.
It's always a great time to discover the Beatles. And I thought I pressed pause. That scared me. It's always a great time to discover the Beatles and their solo material. We've explored a decent amount of, like, for example, McCartney's material. And, now, we've covered one notably bigger album from Harrison as well. But it's just great to hear their take on melody. And ever since kind of first listening to the Beatles here on the channel, because I've never listened to them before, really, outside of this channel beforehand, that's one of the biggest things that I've gotten from them is they can make a catchy chorus with a brilliant, brilliant melody that is just gorgeous to listen to. Insanely catchy, but also interesting. It captures your attention. And this track also demonstrates that exact facet of the band, but obviously of Harrison himself. So let's see. I'm pulling up the personnel here just so I can say exactly who's doing what, because I'm going to give some honorifics to the piano and the bass playing. So bass is going to be performed by Klaus Vormann here. And we've heard him before. I can't remember where we've heard him before, but we've listened to him. He's played with someone that we've listened to. I'm looking at his work here. He's played with Peter Frampton, Garfunkel. Okay, he's played with Harrison before on All Things Must Pass. That's where we've heard him. His bass playing, alongside the piano, performed by Nicky Hopkins. That moment when Harrison is just kind of very lightly, very gently, humming above the music, and the piano and the bass are allowed to lead, it is a sensational, colorful moment of melody between the three of them specifically. Like that moment, and it's nice because it's repeated in the track, but that moment is just such a special place that the band kind of finds what I would say is this perfect peace and synchronicity between each other. It's just a really gorgeous moment there. The drums are also really nice. Jim Keltner on the drums. I love how the drums start off in a very normal way. Nothing weird about that. And throughout the performance, perhaps on one hand, there's nothing outstanding about maybe the fills or, the way that they're played or whatever. But what is really fantastic are the moments in which Jim switches the way that he plays the drums and switches the dynamics completely of the song. When he's moving from the verse into that kind of pre-chorus, the airy bit that I mentioned I really like, and then moving into the chorus and thereafter. He switches it. He actually takes it like a puzzle and changes it and rearranges it. Actually, like a Rubik's Cube. Like he just does that, and it maintains the groove in a really sensational way, but it changes how it moves forward and progresses from that point forward. And he does that a couple times in the track, which was really cool. So, okay, you got the groove, you got it, but then coming to a regular, straightforward groove here, and then switching again. See the little extra bars that he puts in there? I think that is really cool in how he kind of perfectly identifies where he needs to be in this song. And he looks at it and says, okay, I see how I can play this song in a very straightforward way. No changes, put a few fills in there. We can keep this basic. Or we can take this image and flip it upside down at certain moments. And then perhaps we can skew it a little bit at other moments like there. So I just thought that creativity on the drums was really nice. And I love the fills that come in right after that airy bit as well. You also have Gary Wright here on harmonium, dream weaving his dreamy sounds into the music. And I think that this just all around comes to a great combination of a really fantastic to listen to song. And it's cool because from the recent-ish Beatles we've listened to, here on the channel, like you can hear a clear folk and sometimes kind of a country-esque influence in some of their music. Like I'm thinking, like from the White Album and such. And like it's cool to hear that side of the band, of course, with Harrison here fully involved in the guitar and the initial movement and setup of the track before it kind of begins to fill it in just a little bit more. It's a really, really deeply melodic and catchy track. And another thing from the Beatles that I'm just applying here as well that I've always been impressed by, in such a short amount of time, could be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they perform such a tight composition. Let's look at the lyrics here. Give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Oh my Lord. A few things. I like how he says, keep me free, like from birth until death, right? Keep me free. And then I like how this line, this is how I interpret it. Instead of him saying, oh my Lord, I like how he says, Om, my Lord, that mantra, that meditation. Please take hold of my hand that I might understand you. Won't you please, won't you? Then he repeats the lines again. He's just in a place of supplication and prayer, basically. He just repeats that throughout the whole track. So it's interesting, actually, looking at that, how, yes, it goes with the verse, bridge, chorus, you could say. We could argue that it's chorus here, the won't you please. And it goes back and forth between that, keeping the structure same, but it's the changes in the music which change and act as like the different words in the verse, you could argue, since the words don't change, but the drums change, but the bass lines change. You know, everything else changes around the words. It's issued as the album's lead single in May when it was released, and it became his second U.S. #1 after My Sweet Lord. Interestingly, the song pushed Paul McCartney and Wings' My Love from the top of the Billboard Hot 100, marking the only occasion that two former Beatles have held the top 2 chart positions in the U.S. It's one of his most popular songs, features a series of much praised slide guitar solos from Harrison, recording signaled a deliberate departure from his earlier post-Beatles work, in the scaling down of the big sound associated with All Things Must Pass. Harrison sings of his desire to be free of karma and the constant cycle of rebirth. He later described the song as a prayer and personal statement between me, the Lord, and whoever likes it. I like that. And actually, it's interesting. I mentioned this in another video recently, but what was today? Last week? No, maybe 2 weeks ago now. I actually took a tour of a Buddhist temple that's over here. Just because I've always been interested, it just seemed like a really cool thing. So I went on a tour with a bunch of other people and stuff, and just like kind of learned about it and stuff. And one of my questions, because they had a question and answer section, I did ask them, like, you know, how, I guess, do you escape that karmic cycle? And it was kind of cool. Like, it was just kind of cool learning. I just love learning about anything cultural in general. He's performed it at every concert during his rare tours, rather. Let's see. As with most of his songs, he wrote this over 71 to 72. He dedicated himself to assisting refugees of the Bangladesh Liberation War by staging 2 all-star benefit concerts in New York and preparing a live album and concert film for release. The same period coincided with the height of his spirituality, specifically to Hinduism. As with his religious-themed hit My Sweet Lord, Harrison wrote Give Me Love very quickly. Harrison recalls the writing process. Sometimes you open your mouth and you don't know what you're going to say, and whatever comes out is the starting point. If that happens and you are lucky, it can usually be turned into a song. This song is a prayer and a personal statement between me, the Lord, and whoever likes it, as he said before. I like that. I think that this is a really, really beautiful song. Here, during the 2 bridge sections, he incorporates the sacred Om with his extended phrase, Oh, my Lord. See, I like that. It mixes and fuses the two faiths, so to speak. There's a lot of information about this track, but at the end of the day, we can say that it's good. It's very, very good. Artists other than Harrison who have performed the song live include Elliott Smith, Sting, James Taylor, Elton John, Jeff Lynne, Dave Davies. It's a really fantastic one. That's for sure. Love that section though. Can I play it one more time if you don't mind?
Give me life.
This that bass bubbling up with warmth. Well, he just gently, almost coos in a beautiful way over top of that. I just like that part a lot. You let me know, though, what you thought of the track in the comments down below. Gary, thank you so much for the suggestion and the request. I truly appreciate that. This was a beautiful one to listen to. On any day, any time, this is just a good way to spend it for at least a few minutes. Thank you so much for being here. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Come back tomorrow, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.